What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. As you guys know, Russell Simmons is living in Bali, and I believe he did that to escape some level of prosecution eventually. So he's not coming back to the States ever. There are some terrible things that came out about him, just like we're hearing about with Puffy or P. Diddy. But as we know, like, he was married to Kimora Lee Simmons. All right. Kimora Lee Simmons ended up marrying Tim Leisner. Now, Tim Leisner is a Jewish European who was in the kind of the banking industry there. He stole all of this money, but at the same time, they had this company that they all founded. Now, Tim Leisner, with his stolen money, invested into Russell Simmons' money, but the company started doing very well. It was drinks, it was things like that, and Russell Simmons got a lot of the guys to promote it, Jay-Z to promote it, Kobe to promote it. People liked it to promote the drink. What happened, though, is that Tim Leisner went to jail. Okay? Now, mind you, after divorcing, Russell Simmons and Kimora Lee Simmons remained friends. He then became the godfather to the other children that she had with other partners. I mean, you talk about simping, this is what it is. All right? They even went into business together. Now, how has he been repaid? Well, something happened with the money, because remember, once Tim Leisner went to jail, they sold some stock without his knowledge to the company to bail the guy out. All right. So Russell Simmons is saying, listen, Tim put the money up into my company, but I did the work. I'm the reason that the company started doing very well. So therefore, even though I didn't put the money into the company, I'm the one that made the company work. So how can they take the stock from the money and just go and bail this guy out who is a goddamn thief? I had no idea he was doing what he was doing. So now he's saying, listen, I need to fight, get my money back. She owes me $400 million and all of this. Let me just kind of talk about this, guys. And I want to discuss this because I've had some issues with this in my own personal life. First of all, is having business partners. This is a big one, especially people that you know or you feel that you trust. This is one of the most dangerous things that you can do, is to go into business with people. Typically, what happens, from how I understand it, is that business partners, typically the equity in things are not equal. So typically, people will come together to start a business with each person having some different skill set. Let's say, for example, here on YouTube, right? I'm a content creator, and then I'm pretty good at working with people. Somebody else might be good at marketing and sales. Somebody else might be good, let's say, for example, with the technicality of it all. You get those partners together, you can have a business, as long as those people put in equal amount of work. What we find in business partnerships is that they don't. People typically have things occurring in their outside life that end up kind of funneling over into or carrying over into the day-to-day operations of the business, which leads people to be very upset, very pissed off, and it leads to a bad experience. All right. Now, here's what Russell Simmons should have understood. When she got married to her new husband, her loyalty was to her new husband. All right. The fact that he even allowed them, listen, if me and you divorce, you move to someplace else, somewhere else, with somebody else, that is your husband. Now, you need to go through everything with him. There is no way we're doing anything in the goddamn business. Nothing. Once you divorce me, you are not going to get any access to my, to nothing that I'm doing. Zero. Not my network. All right. Nothing. Period. If you can get those people to do things for you, they should also be investing in what you're doing. All right. Obviously, it must not be a good business then. So he didn't do that. He allowed her to do all of this, put this stolen money, as it appears, in the business. And then when something happens, she needs to be loyal to the business. She gonna take the money out of the business because, again, well, you didn't put no money in, but you're not saying nothing when his contacts are the reason that, again, the business is doing very well. And this is why business partnerships usually suck. I'm just gonna be honest. Business partnerships are typically not worth it for this very reason. Most people just don't want to put in any kind of effort into the business. They don't want to work hard. They want to go ahead and say, well, hey, I'm a business owner and that is it. They're not going to put in any real effort into the business or do anything worth dealing with. All right. Secondarily, once a woman decides to leave you, let her go. I don't care how much you love this woman. I don't care how much the woman, means to you. That's different from actually letting the woman access what you got. All right. Once it's over, it's over. Don't mean you don't love her. Don't mean you don't care about her. What it means is you go about your life. And I'm telling you what's going to happen. Most men should understand this. Wherever she's going next, she's probably going to ruin it for herself. That's most people in general, but that's definitely how I see things. Most ladies, when they go to the next relationship, if you're a guy that it was worth something that was decent, it's very rare that she goes and get with a man that is really decent like you. In my honest, it happens here and there, but typically we've all seen it. We've all seen what happens. All right. A lot of ladies be in such a, they may get it right the next 2 or 3 guys, but the very next guy, they almost never get it right. It's just kind of like, let me make my ex feel bad. I got somebody new, take some pictures, things like that. And then typically, you find out that, hey, it's not what you thought it was. And typically it's the truth. It isn't. It isn't what you thought it was. They end up struggling. Then they end up going on to, social media, talking about how broke the guy was and how dusty the guy was, how crusty the guy was, how he didn't know what he was doing and this sort of thing like that. So, again, you're not really missing anything. You're not really missing anything. So learn those things. All right. Business partnerships, unless you guys do very different things in the business, unless this person is going to put in the effort, it's better to build your business than hire somebody to do that task instead of giving away equity in the business. That's the first thing. Secondarily, you should never, ever get in business with your ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, because if something happens, if they get remarried, their loyalty is going to be to the person they're married to, and their personal issues are going to come into the business, and it's going to destroy you. Kimora Simmons is not a business person. She's just not. All right? It's the truth. So if you want to be continuously upset, if you want to be continuously hurt, if you want to be continuously pissed off, consistently, all you got to do is do business with usually family, friends, ex-wives, girlfriends. Those are the folks that you're going to get pissed off. That's going to happen. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.